Hello everyone and welcome to this video. So today we're going to be checking out Fallout 76 on the Steam Deck. Now, one thing different about Fallout 76 compared to some of the other games I tried is it says this game is completely unsupported and Valve is working on bringing support for this game to the Steam Deck. So this game is technically not supposed to either run or run very well on the Steam Deck because again it does say unsupported. But you know, I have to check it out. Even if it does say unsupported, I need to check it out to see how well does this game run on the Steam Deck. As always, I'm using Steam Link to record the screen of the Steam Deck, so it does drop performance by a little bit on the Steam Deck. Now, normally when you're using your computer or something, it really won't drop performance that much, but because the Steam Deck usually uses all the resources it has, and some resources have to go to the Steam Link, the performance will be a little bit lower, and it might be a little bit more stuttery, but it won't actually change performance that much. So the performance I'm talking about is me playing without using Steam Link, but the game that you're seeing on the screen right now is recorded with the Steam Link. Otherwise, I just couldn't record it. But none of that matters because we're about to talk about performance right now. And at first I had this game on the highest settings, and I kept the resolution at 1280 by 800, and I put all the settings to high because honestly, even though the game said it was unsupported, it did launch, and I thought, you know, this game is probably going to run decently on the high settings because the settings don't change really how the game runs that much, is what I thought. Now, using the high settings, the game did run at 30 frames per second some of the times, but the big problem with running this game on the Steam Deck, no matter what settings, as I tried high settings, medium settings, and low settings, this game has a huge stuttering problem. The game already has a slight stutter problem on PC period, but this game has a stutter problem on the Steam Deck like no other. There is so many stutters all the time. Now with this game, 60 frames per second is basically impossible unless you open your map, and when you're in the map, the game will run at a smooth 60 frames per second all the time. The map is always 60 frames, but as soon as you close that map and you're actually playing the game, what you're going to want to aim for pretty much is 30 frames per second at all times, because 60 is just not possible, and sometimes 30 is just not possible, especially with how unoptimized the game already is. But trying to play Fallout 76, a very unoptimized game, on the Steam Deck is just crazy. You're gonna have a ton of stutters no matter what you do. If you're on the low settings or high settings, there's gonna be a ton of stutters. And if you're in cities, like there's a corner of the map, I kind of forget what it's called, like Cranberry something I think, but it's basically a big city in the red part of the map. That place is almost unplayable. The frame rate is always usually in the 20s, sometimes the 15s, and it is just horrible all the time. Now, sometimes when you're inside the buildings, the game will run really smooth when you're inside the buildings, but as soon as you leave a building, it just the frame rate just gone. It's just gone. It just went right through a teleporter, disappeared, never coming back until you go back inside some of the buildings. And then when you're walking around just exploring the map, maybe, you know, not in a dense city, you're just in like the woods or something, it's going to be around 30 frames per second with still some dips into the 20s because again, this game stutters all the time. But you know what, for a game that I thought wouldn't even launch because it said unsupported, it's actually not that bad because you actually can somewhat play the game. It may not be the smoothest time you're gonna have, it may not be the smoothest gameplay or the best time you're gonna have playing it, but it definitely can run. And so I would actually take this out of the unsupported category and put it into the playable category. It shouldn't be verified yet because it's not going to be a smooth experience, but it definitely is playable. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Leave a comment below, tell me what other games you guys want to see running on the Steam Deck, and let me know what your thoughts are on this game, Fallout 76, running on the Steam Deck. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because you want to be subscribed, and I'll see you guys next time.